Hey guys, I got another review for you today. Today is going to be kind of a double review, and I'm going to be reviewing Dead Space 3's Awakened DLC and Mass Effect 3's Citadel DLC. What I'm going to do is I'm going to review these two DLC on quality first, but then I'm also going to review them on how they were implemented as DLC. Because as we know, a lot of DLC that companies put out nowadays is really terrible DLC in terms of the fact that it's either really short or it should have been in the full game. There's a lot of bad things that are happening with DLCs recently, so I'll get to that. Alright, first off, Awakened. I thought it was a good DLC. It is on the short side for the amount that it costs. It costs about $10, and it only took me about 45 minutes to beat. It's really not that long at all. So the length is kind of disappointing, but the content is actually really good. They brought back the sort of hallucinations that happened from the first two games. Well, second game mostly. There wasn't too much of it in the first. And these hallucinations really gave you good scares, which I really liked. So they sort of brought back the feel of old Dead Space, and not like how it is in the actual full game of 3. Another big problem that I had with it was the fact that it, despite it being short, it actually carries on the storyline from the main game, and it really kind of got me frustrated because it was so short, and it continued where the game left off. So why didn't they put it in the actual game to begin with? We all know why. They want more money, but this is something that I mean, it came out a month after the initial release. This is something that they could have put in the actual game, but they didn't. And another thing that really got to me was the ending of this DLC leaves it open for more. So they're either going to force people that want to know the actual end of the story to buy more DLC, or they want you to buy a whole new game that they're going to be releasing at some point. Either way, kind of disappointing. Now, on to Citadel. Citadel I thought was really good. It's not so much of any sort of expansion to the story or anything of Mass Effect 3. It is solely just an add-on for fun. That's all it is. It's just for fun. From what I understand, it was sort of BioWare's thank you to their fans for supporting the whole series for as long as it's been out. And I mean, they know that the ending of 3 was really sort of botched by them. And so this is kind of a way for them to say, we're sorry about that, but thank you for playing our games, and here's something just really sort of kind of awesome for you. And it was kind of awesome because they incorporated literally all of the crew members that you had throughout all of the games. And so it was really fun to sort of see all of these characters back and literally all in the same place at once. I think what they did is they made a really great farewell to the franchise with this. It's just sort of a one last hurrah with all of these characters, and I really enjoyed it. Now, this is the part where I'm going to sort of be critiquing how these DLC were implemented. And it's probably not gonna ever happen, but if any developer out there sees this video right now, pay attention. Because this is how you do or don't do a DLC. Awakened. No. No. That's not how you do a DLC. A DLC is supposed to be expansive. It shouldn't be something that should already be in the game. It shouldn't be something that's overpriced. Think of it like this. We bought our pizza. The game is the pizza. We bought our pizza, but you took out a slice for yourself, and now you want us to pay extra for a slice that we should have already gotten. No, that's not how you do DLC. You're just greedy. That's all it is. You just want more money. On the flip side, Citadel. Citadel was fantastic. Citadel is how you do a DLC. It's solely just an expansion. It doesn't have anything to do with the actual game. It's just there if you want it. And it was a good length. The entire download, it was 2 downloads together. The entire download was 4 gigs. That's a lot of content, alright? Because not only does it give you a few more extra missions, but it also opens up a new area on the Citadel where you can just sort of walk around, and it has a combat simulator and a little arcade, and it added a good amount to the game. That's how you do DLC. You don't make it a part of the story that should have already been there. You make it something that doesn't necessarily have to be there, but if you want it, it's there, and it's fun, and it's a good length for the price, and it adds. It's not something that was subtracted from the original release and then put it back. It adds. It adds more. That's how you do a DLC. So yeah, both DLC good as far as gameplay, as far as content goes. But Awakened, bad. Bad because it was implemented wrong. It was short. It should have been part of the actual game. Citadel, good. It added. It was a great thank you to the fans for sticking with the series. And I know a lot of Mass Effect fans really sort of wrote off Mass Effect 3 because of the ending. They were not satisfied. And so I'm sure a lot of Mass Effect fans aren't even going to touch this DLC, but I thought, why not? And I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was great. That's all I got. See you guys on Friday.